With the fish, I'd like them to play little white lies. And with the meat, I'd like to hear the lady in red.
You have immaculate taste, Monsieur James.
I know. I know.
Anything to drink before your companion arrives, monsieur?
Yes. I mean, I'd like a glass of water for my tranquilizer.
George?
Oh, hello, Aubrey. This table is in the middle of the restaurant.
Exactly as I arranged it.
You sure this is going to work?
It always has hope, George. George, I've been around. If you want to get rid of a woman and not have a scene, the only way to do it is to take her to lunch in the swankiest Palais de Manger in town and announce the termination of your relationship. Why, she wouldn't dare to make a scene in here.
Well, I hope not. I can't stand people looking at me. I get embarrassed when my dog barks.
After you get rid of Andrea Tremaine, I'll tell you how to dump your dog.
What if Andrea cries?
Andrea cry? In Chez Tremaine? Well, she wouldn't dare to cry here in Chez Tremaine. Doesn't give it to her. Right between the eyes, George. Mm-hmm. Not to worry, George. Not to worry.
Mm. She's coming.
Not to worry. Right between the eyes.
Mm.
George. Thank you.
Does Madame wish a cocktail before lunch?
Yes, I'd like a scotch and Coke.
Of course.
Oh, wow, George, what a ritzy place. I'm sure glad I wore my best outfit.
Andrea?
Yes, love?
Andrea, it's all over.
What's all over, George?
Our relationship, I'm not going to see anymore.
I know what you're trying to do, George. You're trying to tell me that our relationship is over. And you're telling me this in this very elegant restaurant because you know that no woman would dare make a scene in a place like this. Isn't that true, George? Isn't that what it is?
It's not working.
Nonsense, nonsense, George. It always works. Not to worry.
Andrea, maybe I should put it another way.
Is it still all over, George?
No, it's back on. I love you very much, and I'll always love you, and please don't do anything else, Andrea.
It's back on, is it, George? You still love me very much, huh, George? Well, you know something, George? I don't believe you. I think you're just saying that, George, so I won't cause a scene in this ritzy restaurant. But you know something, George? I want that scene, George, and I'm going to have it. Are you ready, George?
I'll give you $10,000.
$10,000, George? You think you can buy a woman like me, George?
15.
15?
20.
No, George. I want to have that scene.
Ladies and gentlemen! May I have your attention, please? I have an announcement. For years, I have been going around with that cornball there by the name of George Weatherly, who lives with his wife in 1135 South Wendell Drive. And did you know what he did?
water, George? Good. Not to worry. Not to worry.
Come here, George.
Andrea.
Come on, George.
Andrea.
Come on, George. What's the matter?
You are embarrassing me.
Oh, I'm embarrassing him. Did you get that? I'm embarrassing him. Oh, poor baby. But were you embarrassed the night you came to my door and said those beautiful words to me, were you? Tell him what you said, George. Tell him what you said.
I said I want you more than any other woman.
And now I get angrier. It's all over. I deserve better than that.
That's the stuff, George. Not to worry.
Now, George, tell him where you were on the night of May 17th.
Oh, don't do that, Andrea.
On the night of May 17th, folks. Now get him! On the night of May 17th. This clown here.
What do I do now?
George, I think it's time to worry.
This clown here
I'll give you $30,000.
was in the boom boom room of the High Hat Club.
$40,000.
And this topless waitress comes over, you know? And he sees her. And he reaches out to her.
$70,000, that's all I got in the world, Andrea.
It's a deal, George. George, it's over.
Magnificent as always, my dear.
Thank you, darling. It always works.
Dear heart,
Yes, darling.
darling, I have something to tell you.
What is it, Aubrey?
Andrea, it's all over.
Aubrey?
Yes, Dad.